Today, 100 troops, they're headed for the islands cut off by Hurricane Ian. This response by local and federal officials is incredible, of the likes that we've never seen before. Fox Weather's Max Gordon joins us live this afternoon. Max, what is the latest?
Hey there, Stephen. Well, right now I'm at Southwest Florida International Airport, and even though commercial flights are suspended until Wednesday, this place is still a hive of activity. You see some of the choppers behind me. They've been going back and forth between this airport and those barrier islands that you're talking about. They've been shuttling National Guard troops, supplies, water, even Humvees, some of these large Chinook helicopters picking up Humvees, carrying them on over for that aid mission that they are currently engaged in. You know, all across the state of Florida, around 5,200 National Guard members are here. They've been doing rescue missions just like this. They've also been distributing food, water, supplies, all sorts of things, clearing roads in some cases, and again, conducting those critical search and rescue operations. They've been using high-wheeled vehicles, helicopters, boats in some cases. And for a lot of these folks, they're actually from Florida. This is a very personal mission for them. And so they want to be here. They want to be helping their neighbors. And this is a very just critical mission for a lot of these people. Now, this comes as, you know, Hurricane Ian really devastated this part of the state. A lot of areas are struggling with food and water supplies. Clean drinking water isn't available in some areas, and gasoline is also pretty hard to come by. You know, gas stations that do have fuel, the lines are long, blocks long in some cases. We've seen long lines at distribution centers for food and water. So just a tough road ahead for a lot of folks here. Meanwhile, as far as power is concerned, we've got a little more than 500,000 Floridians still without power, though Florida Power and Light says that they have now revised their timeline for restoring power. They say that by Friday, around 95% of customers should have their power restored. Florida Power and Light, the largest utility provider, or largest electricity provider, rather, in the state of Florida. So that's a pretty big deal for folks.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.